But let's start with the Olympic roster for the men, because now this is, I mean, look, not too many shocks, but really the main one is about Diego Luna. Diego Luna, the RSL midfielder who rejected being an alternate for the Olympic roster. He said, like, no, if you're not going to have me on the first team, I don't even want to go. I don't even want to be there, which is maybe not. I don't know, from a business perspective. I don't know how you really get in good graces with U.S. Soccer, but that was his decision. Even after he rejected the call up, he ended up getting 3 assists and 1 goal. So he's basically letting the what he does on the pitch speak for itself. But yeah, so let's just start there. That him getting left off the roster. First reactions to
that. Sometimes, especially with Olympic rosters, tough decisions have to be made because it's a whittled down roster. And more often than not, you're going to go for tried and true, but you're also going to go for versatility. So that way, if you're in a pinch, you can slide somebody around. So sometimes those who can function more multifacetedly will get the nod. I don't think it was in Diego Luna's best interest to decline the invite in general. I think that sometimes they see that maybe you're lacking something that they think you can pick up in international experience, even from a training capacity. It also could have been a test to see if he gelled well with the existing squad. And it doesn't really say much for him in terms of, is he a team player, that he took it that way. Because you need to be able to think of the good of the whole, not just of yourself. Is it wildly disappointing as a player? Yes. Do you always want to be part of an Olympics, of a World Cup? Yes. But I think that it shows humility in how you take bad news and your growth and maturity as a player. And I think that this just doesn't bode well for him.
Yeah, I mean, the way he takes bad news is by getting 3 assists and a goal.
And that's fine, but do you have what it takes to have chemistry with your teammates? To not be selfish, to think of everyone else as a unit versus your wants and needs.
It's interesting because he's had like negative. I mean, I don't know if you've come across any of. He's done a couple of like post-match press conferences and stuff like that, or like training interviews and stuff like that. And they've asked him about this, and he does not speak very high. I don't really say that doesn't speak highly. You can see the contention in when they ask him about playing for the men's national team at the Olympics or at any level. He doesn't. You can hear the like. Yeah, I've had a lot of arguments with my partner. And, I'm trying to be respectful as possible, but you hear him like he has to get it out through like as he's grinding his teeth, because you can see the frustration and getting. I'm sure he's received lots of bad news, and maybe it's also with like senior call-ups as well. And so it all stands out more because he's playing so well, and RSL are doing so well. Him, Chicho Arango, everybody, they got the fastest Colombian people in MLS, and they're dominating, and they're doing really, really well, obviously in the Western Conference. So and I think the point that you mentioned about the versatility of these players, because players like Kevin Paredes, who plays left back, left wing back. He's played on the right wing sometimes for the U.S. men's national team, the senior team. So it's given that the Olympic roster is only 18 players. Yes, this becomes an issue because somebody gets injured, and then you need you don't have that like breadth of options on the bench. You just need to if you're on the pitch and you are playing right wing, but you could also play left back. Hey, yeah, get back there. We'll bring somebody up.
As much as it's high stakes with World Cup, you have a little bit more wiggle room in terms of if you wanted to give a player a look and include them on the roster. If they are just like a really solid center back or something to that effect, like you have the room to do it. It's just a matter of like how much risk do you want to take on. But with the Olympics, it's very bare bones. You need to be very strategic in how you select and why you select. And yeah, something like personality or behavior and things like that will be something that will red flag. That'll be like, well, will this mess with team chemistry? Do we want to have this person? Whatever. And unfortunately, like that could have been a trial that they were trying to put him through, and now he's declined. which doesn't do him any favors.